Before we start this video that I will make based on the video this woman has made, you must know and accept that everything that I'm telling that based on what this woman is telling is wrong. It is only entertainment, and that also I don't understand myself what she's saying in the video. So everything that I'm saying after playing the video is totally wrong because I haven't understood anything about what this woman is telling. You also must visit only a licensed professional if you have any problem in any area in your life, and don't apply anything from this video because it's just entertainment. Now you must accept also the terms down in the description of this video. If not, just don't watch it. So this is the video, let's play it.
Being in your 20s nowadays is so humiliating. Like, if I was to describe this to someone who does not know what I'm talking about, it's like you are in an orchestra and you look around at everyone else and they are playing these big and beautiful instruments and they look really professional and that they know what they're doing, while you look at yourself and you are playing the triangle, you know? That is exactly how it feels. It's humiliating. You are wondering what you're even doing here. You're questioning your participation and your role in the orchestra or the society, and you just feel like the spotlight is on you and everybody sees how dumb you are and how stupid you look, and you feel outshined by everybody else around you. Yeah, that is literally how it feels every single day. But like, to be in your 20s,
so I'm writing an essay on cats in art history. I'm an art history major, and
like, we have to realize that we are beginners in adulthood. We are new. Everything we are doing is from scratch. Like, the people who are successful, they have had more time, they have more experiences in life. We have to start from scratch, but we have the same expectations on us like the people who are 40 or in your 50s. We have the same expectations as them, and that is what is so life feels so unfair. It feels like, how can I be good at anything? How can I bring any value into this world when...
Now, here the title doesn't match so much by what she's saying until now, at least. So she says that if you are young, you don't know many things, and you go and if you work, for example, or try to do something, you seem kind of stupid, so to speak, and this makes you feel good, feel bad, and that you don't have value and whatever. But let's say that someone is a rapper and he's very famous and he goes to compete with people who snowboard or who do mathematics or who climb mountains or something else that's totally irrelevant. Then he may feel again the same thing. So, I mean, yeah, he may be more disciplined with whatever, but let's say a boxer cannot go to sing so easy. So this is something that's not so logical, okay? From the other side, of course, people in a specific area tend to have more experience in that area. Due to age, due to experience, due to effort they have put in something, okay, knowledge and application of the knowledge itself. But what I want to add here is that I see that this woman is really competitive. So if someone feels so bad that he's not the top head somewhere or someone really important to offer so much value, then this shows that this woman, I guess, okay, I don't know the person again, everything is entertainment, but if someone feels bad in an environment he doesn't have control and authority, then obviously this person is competitive. So let's put out the sweet girl appearance here it, and see what's really going on, you see. Reading people is something that's helpful, and yeah, I noticed that from this video. Let's continue.
I have literally not experience on my side. I have not the knowledge on my side. I have not the amount of money on my side as they have. Like, it feels like a battle that is impossible to win.
You
And
see,
maybe that's the problem.
pay
that
attention. A battle that is impossible to win. The way this woman thinks is very competitive. So if she goes in an environment to work just to win everybody inside, despite what she says in other video and goes on, it shows that she thinks she goes in a battle to win other women in what she does, to win other people that are more experienced, and because she can't win, this makes her feel bad and probably put that title. Even men don't have this so high competition. Most men nowadays, at least. It's kind of crazy. Let's continue and see the rest has to say.
that we think that it's a competition, because like we are all competing constantly, and I've talked about this so many times and I hate it. I wish that we all could just drop the act all at once, and that we all are just more, that we are rooting for each other more.
Now, this is a woman's act, of course, behavior, a classic, let's say, kind of feminine woman's behavior. So she shifted emotion now, and she goes to root to each other more, and it's hard to deal with women many times because they shift the perspective of seeing things so fast, and if you are a man especially, you may and you deal with a woman who is not, let's say, who doesn't, who hasn't the not only the age but experience to understand how men work, and to not confuse them so much, which of course those women are very rare, but anyways. She shifts the perspective completely here. It's kind of funny, okay. But okay, let's continue seeing the video and see what else he has to say.
Like, that would be wow. Can you imagine a world where people would actually hype each other up and, you know,
See now how the previous thoughts she had were really sad and competitive, angry, and here what she says, it makes her feel wow, you know. This is yes, it's at least she hasn't lost this thing that many women have lost nowadays. Let's continue. It's really funny. However, I almost laugh here on the microphone. Let's continue.
want the best for each other and not compete and, you know, wanting to drag another one down all the time. Can you just imagine? Like, I can't even imagine that what that world would look like, which is sad. And like, I have never even felt it since childhood. never. Because when things start to go good for someone, people always want to find a way to drag you down. So that's why I don't.
She's clever too, because this is a reality, alright. It's a real reality here. Usually, people, if you get what they want, even if they pretend they don't, change behavior and change face. It has happened to me multiple times, and that's why I prefer solitude. Um, Even if I'm not too hard working nowadays, the last year, so to speak. I am working a lot, of course, but not business stuff, and it goes on. So, I mean, yeah, that's true. She's clever. Yeah, people want to put you down if you want to take what they want. We are in the animal kingdom, so if I'm going to take your cheese, and if you see hold me the cheese that tastes good for you, you won't be happy, man or woman. That's 100% true, okay. And the world that everyone cares and goes on, I don't know. Someone must be very conscious in this world and understand the many meaningless stuff to go to that level. Let's continue.
Don't talk about anything, whether it's a failure or success, to any people in my life. Like,
The nicer you are,
I have realized that their comments affect me so much. So, like, I am scared of even saying how my life works. And people only want to talk about how you're doing in your life, what you're up to, what you are planning to do. But they are just asking to like get to know info about your life so they can compare with your life, and that is, it feels like we can't even like talk to people without competing constantly. So there is like not one single day in my life where I am not stressed, depressed, well dressed, no, have anxiety. It literally feels like every single day and every single moment of my life, it feels like I am being chased by a literal lion. And
Now, this is something that is, yeah, unfortunately, I have spent a lot of my life with this thing, and I can say that this small woman is clever, very clever. So, if you ask me, for example, let's say you understood that I'm working on something that may make money, and you ask me, I don't say personally you, Watcher, but generally people, okay, maybe there are some other people here, I don't know, but, and I say really good, I started making tens of thousands of dollars per month. Wow, you will say, oh, but you wouldn't really, you will feel the wow, but you wouldn't really be happy about it. You will think about your life and how much you messed up and how much you didn't believe you could do it. Because um, I got what you think you wanted. I repeat. I would, in that example, I would show you that I have something that you think you wanted. You think this is deeper, but people think they want that. And they operate as such. So the only thing I could do if I have win is to create someone who is jealous and asks me just information so he can get stuff from me for free, or basically to sabotage me, which has happened to me many times, which is in the middle of the road I'm going. So this, of course, will make someone kind of being chased by lions, because everyone around ends up not being really your ally, but the opposite. Except if people are enough mature to understand how teams can produce results much better than entities. But that's another story. Let's continue. Any question, drop down a comment from what I'm saying. I have some knowledge for some things. And I use, and this video is interesting as a crutch to pitch in some things that I know. Let's continue.
And that's what my body thinks. But like in reality, there is no lion. The only lion is in my head, you know, demons in my head. And it's like constant.
She's very clever, okay? She understands that this is in her head. If you have watched other videos of this woman, she has been in solitude many years, and this can make your mind see things normal people cannot see. Uh, so she knows that this lion is in her head. But if you want to learn something from the video I'm making right now, sometimes it's in your head. Some other times it's not in your head. They will actually sabotage you. I don't mean everyone, but there will be people who will do it. Okay, so just the lion is not everywhere, but there are lions.
Constant overthinking over and over again, and it's like I'm trying to solve my future problems because I'm so scared of. My body thinks that I am like dying, so it's like my body is constantly trying to prepare myself for that day where, oh shit, everything is going to fail, everything is going to fall apart, and I don't trust myself that I am able to solve that problem when it does happen. You know, when I do fail at something, or when I'm embarrassed at something. And that just leads me to like avoid everything and everyone, because I'm so afraid of not necessarily the people's reactions, but how I am going to react in that moment. And it is so hard to live with the anxiety all the time that you are not able to solve.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done.
Hardships in life. It is so hard to live with. And it's like I'm looking around and everyone looks like they have their life figured out. And it's not, the biggest thing for me isn't on social media. Like, I don't compare myself as much on social media as I do with the people my age. You know, the people around me. And yeah, it's like I compare myself more to people who I feel that I identify with and that are alike me, and I always feel like I am losing. But like consciously, I know, or like logically, I know that everyone is like pretending to be better than they are, and everyone is hiding their hardships just because everyone is so scared of being vulnerable. Like, I know that logically, but emotionally I cannot disconnect from that feeling of still feeling like a loser, still feeling, you know, worse than them. And it's like I just want one day off from life. Like, can I just have one day where I finally just get a break from all of this comparing, all of this competition, all of these expectations, and constant overthinking and problem solving. Like, it is so exhausting.
Yeah, now she says something. We all run to catch, I don't know what to catch, something. We run towards something as if this something, when we get it, it will be okay. Only to be something else and people more competitive than us and more capable than us in some other areas or whatever. So it is a pattern. It is a pattern, and this it's a pattern I've run for many years. Still pops up, but I see clearly now things because I have succeeded and I have failed massively. So the thing is that we run to get something, and essentially it's not this thing. And imagine getting this thing and other people don't care, because people care only if they can extract from you. And of course there are some others who just judge because they feel you got their tasty cheese that they never had, just they see it, you hold it, and it's totally crazy. Like human beings, the consciousness, the average consciousness in this planet is so low, really. But anyways, let's continue.
And the thing is that having a rest day wouldn't even help. Because when I do rest, like what happens then? If I lay on the couch and just watch a movie, like I can never relax. Because my brain is constantly switched on. I'm constantly, like I said, trying to solve my problems. And when you actually do rest and do nothing, you feel like a pig. You feel so unproductive. You feel like, what are you doing with your life? Like, it feels like rest needs to be earned all the time. In this society, we constantly have to be productive, and our value is tied to our productivity.
Yeah, of course. And she must not complain for that. For example, if now I was wearing a golden watch, I had here 500,000 followers, and I was flexing my nice car and the nice swimming pool behind me. And she found out my video, she would react differently, you know. So this is not something that we must obscure, okay? She is the same, alright? And yeah, running, of course, is not a nice way to live. Uh, it's really it's tragic, but how people react to us is connected on our perceived value. Perceived value, okay, not real, tangible value. I may sell, for example, something that's not really useful, it just sells and I have money and I don't know what else, fame. Uh, so people will react to that, okay, and they may don't react the same to a doctor who really fixes problems that our lives would be or non-existent or much worse if he couldn't. So this is a problem, a big problem with the society. The society reacts to perceived value and not actual value. Okay, men and women. It is tragic. It is kind of disgusting in my eyes, but it is as it is. And you play the game or you don't play the game. Another example, you may offer some value in something, let's say in health, and you don't have a big audience. And it's really good what you offer. It really brings results to people. And now you have a big audience, you have marketed yourself in social media, television, wherever. And this what you have is 1/10 of the value that you could have if you focus on the value itself in the first example. People will give you back hundreds of times more if you have advertised good, not based on the product. I was in marketing and I say that. Now I don't market, I'm sorry. I want just to make this video, but you all have this, most of you. And very good she points that. Let's continue.
It's like, am I just a slave? Am I just born to be a slave? Is there nothing else that I can bring to this world? Like, am I only a worker? Like,
High awareness, this woman, yes. You go to school, then you go to university or go do something your own, learn stuff, and the more you bring back to the machine, the more people praise you. Yes, you are a crop. We are all crops. That's it. What to say? If there is any other way. Yes, there is, but it's how humans have been farmed to operate on perceived value. So, yeah, that's it.
I do not want to participate in this race anymore. And because it's like you can never be finished. You can never be productive enough. There is always more that you can do. But that is why I have been burnt out 100 times. Yeah. Like, I am done. And there is always this, you should do this, you should. No. No. I shouldn't do anything. I should do what I want, okay? I should do what I want. And that shouldn't be a shameful thing to do or a shameful thing to say.
People pay attention to that. Many of us probably have this. I have it a lot. Now if you watch the start of the video, she said about the feelings of competition she had and she cannot win the other people inside. Now she says that she should do what she wants and just, don't participate this way at least in the machine. Now we have two voices here, and once those voices are in conflict, I tell from personal experience this, you get paralyzed to act, and if you act, the other voice can drag you down. So it is I believe from my own experience that that's what this is one of the main reasons she feels what you see on the title. And if someone doesn't recognize those voices, because I recognize some voices I have right now that cause me to sabotage relationships with people, I still investigate on that. So I bring people close to me, and sometimes, and women, I can't say, especially most of the times. It happens and with men, but if I do it with women, if I notice that a woman, for example, starts being more close and may perhaps even kind of flirty with me, then if I achieve that, I'm going to, because basically, maybe because I prefer to don't have someone else around me. I don't know exactly, but I will sabotage the thing. Okay, I will do it. I wasn't doing it always, had the edge, but now I noticed it more. And yeah, it's another voice, you see, it's another voice. And it's really hard to operate in the environment when the voices are many. Then the decisions are really hard to be made. And if they are made, then you may sabotage the actual success, whatever you considered success before starting something. Let's continue.
Like, why are we all participating in this, like, sheep mentality? because we can actively feel that we are not feeling better from doing it, because we think that we will get more value or more praise from people, but we literally don't. So why do we keep doing it? I don't know, the human brain is so stupid to me. Like, and I'm not saying that I'm better, because I still feel the same way, okay? I still think the same as everyone else. And I just wish that I could just like turn it off and be like, no, I don't care. I don't care about what people think of me, because then I would be a sociopath. And sadly, I am not, okay? Sadly, I am not. And I also feel like we are so afraid of actually resting, because we are afraid of hearing our thoughts. We are trying to constantly run away from, we try to be productive so we can run away from our inner feelings. Because silence.
If you're a native or fluent English-speaking expat living in Greece and you're looking for a new online career that
is scary. You are faced with what you have trying to escape this whole time. And, when that silence comes, your thoughts will hit you like a train. And, I have actually, but like when I think about it, life has humbled me so much that when I actually face those inner demons, it is nothing compared to what life has given me. So like, why are we so scared of those thoughts? Like, life is scarier. Life can hurt you more than your own head. At least for me. Like, I have been humbled and humbled. So nothing in my head can really bring me down as much as life has. So, like, maybe we don't want a break from life. Maybe we just want a break from constant overthinking. At least that's what I think that I want. I just want to exist without having to justify my existence. But it feels impossible nowadays, to be honest.
She's very clever, probably because of all of this solitude. And yeah, there is a voice, rich and poor avoid, uh, which essentially, as says, life will get back to you. We cannot figure out life from the human design. Okay, we cannot figure even the human being is very, let's say, limited. For example, I can say that there are ways to go a bit out of the human being. Yes, it's true. But as long as, and the more we are trapped with in the ego, in the human being that we happen to be for this lifetime at least, the worse it is. The human being is generally, except that it is really weak in abilities. Okay, it's really slow. It has this ego. It's a very poor design, so to speak. But we haven't our higher capacities. For who doesn't believe it, it exists. Okay, it exists. Uh, and our higher capacities can see through some things. She has some connections. She understands she's a human, and her mind does these games. And our minds will do those things because they are based on our mind is based on survival and competition, and all of those DNA based things, so to speak. This woman, however, I see has a lot of anxiety with all of those things that she sees. It's too early that she has this awareness. But for some young people, it happens, and you don't know how a person will in the future excel or not. Because usually people who have things like that in their minds are they have it in more extent. I mean, it's dangerous. You can't have the productivity, but it may shut you down and do nothing. It's a hard design of a human being to be so conscious about its own thoughts and everything. Let's see the rest.
It feels like we always have to do more and more and more until we die. But I don't think that that is what I want out of this life. I don't want to be so successful. I don't want to be, I don't want to have a yacht. Like, yeah, if someone offered it to me, but like, that's the thing. We only see the result. We only see the big yacht, the big house. But we don't see the actual effort and the energy that they had to put in to get that. And I think that if a lot of people saw that, they wouldn't want it anymore, because they wouldn't see or feel like the effort was worth the outcome. At least
She can see prices, as you see, a very intelligent person. I needed many years to calculate prices. Yeah, there is a price for everything, but if you are in the yacht or in the big house, the same patterns will be energized. So being in the yacht won't change someone's inner state. It can help to change the environment. Now, if you're in a dangerous area, of course, get out of there. If you are around crazy people, get out of there. But after those, let's say, actual dangers to theft, whatever, or crazy people, it is your own mind. So, for me, for example, if I work 20 years and buy a piece on the sea and swim with a paper signed that this part of the sea is mine, I won't feel better than going now to swim in the sea. It's just a paper. But you will see that I'm successful, I will have this. So it needs some awareness to see those stuff. And now says about prices. Everything in life has a price. And the problem is that even if we can kind of calculate the price, things shift. And that's an issue, okay? Things tend to shift in life. And I haven't figured out this puzzle, so to speak. Shift, I mean, let's say someone says a price is like this to get something. Nah, the price may be less if you play it smart, 100 times less, or it can be, I don't know, 10 times less, let's speak, or it can be 100 times more and you don't get anything. Life has no guarantees, and if you get even the thing, then things can change. And then you can need to maintain the thing, so that's another issue. Let's continue.
at least that's what I think.
For example, the boat needs cleaning, needs to pay taxes, it needs a place to park, it needs to be many things with the engine. It needs a lot of things to have a yacht. Okay, it has a whole thing that must run, so someone has a yacht. And that's another story.
So at least here, if you have watched this far, it's a high chance that you feel the same, that you are exhausted from life. And you know, I give you permission to look like a lazy piece of shit. At least for one day. If that helps your stress for just 1 second. Like, at least for me, when I allow myself to just be who I am and try my best and not beat myself up for not living up to the standards, you know, that's when I feel the most at peace. And I think that we should be striving for peace instead of constant success. And yeah, people are talking about it all the time, but they still participate in the race. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say with this video. Like, I just want to exist without having to justify my existence all the time. And yeah, that's how I feel. So thank you for watching this far. I give you permission to just be yourself. So yeah, see you in the next video. Bye.
Yeah, you see what say that we all run and you can be yourself. But there are many things to being involved in that, okay? If you are yourself and you don't have to pay your rent and you don't have some basic stuff, I don't think that any of those people appearing here on the YouTube feed here, or this woman, will get you out of the hole. So yeah, don't get crazy, but it needs some calculation here, because no matter the smiles and no matter the words on the videos and no matter the motivation and all of that, there are some basic needs to be met, and those must be met. If not, rarely someone puts us out of the hole, you know. So yeah, he doesn't need to run, but being completely lazy has also consequences. And I can guess this person, this woman here, perhaps has tried to win everyone and all this thing that many people have got in our current age. But no matter the energy and no matter the effort and no matter the try, an entity alone cannot win, number one. And number two, everything that we do will be absorbed back in the system, and then we die. So I hope you learned something. Comment, share, whatever, and until next time.